Welcome to the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast. Here, we share stories that touch our hearts, challenging our thinking, and open our eyes to see the world differently. From personal journeys to powerful conversations, this is a space for truth, empathy, and reflection. Because every story matters, and every human experience has the power to change us. Your host, Victor Okoruwa. Let's dive in.
Can an Igbo person become president of Nigeria? History, democracy, and the question of trust. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast. And my name is Victor Okoruwa. I'm your host. And this is a space where we talk about real life, real people, real emotions, real struggles, and the difficult conversation many people are already having, but often behind closed doors. Today's conversation is one of those. A few days ago, I was in a public place and I overheard a heated argument, not small talk, a serious debate, voices raised, people interrupting each other. Everyone honestly was convinced they were right. And the question being argued was this: should an Igbo person be allowed to become president of Nigeria? One side argued every Nigerian has the constitutional right to contest for president regardless of tribe. Another side said after Biafra, after the civil war, and with IPOB or the indigenous people of Biafra still active, can Nigeria truly trust an Igbo president? Then someone said something even stronger. They argued that maybe the constitution itself should be amended to stop an Igbo person from contesting at all. That conversation stayed with me because beneath politics, there is something deeper: history, identity, fear, trust, justice, memory, and what being Nigeria really means. So today, I want us to examine both sides carefully, not shouting, no insult, no taking sides, just the strongest argument presented fairly, and at the end, you will be the judge. So, what the law actually says currently, let's begin with the legal reality. Under Nigerian Constitution, every citizen who meets the constitutional requirement can contest for the office of the president. There is no clause that says no Igbo, no Yoruba, no Hausa, not Fulani, not Ijaw, not thief, no ethnic restriction. Legally speaking, an Igbo Nigerian has the same constitutional right to run for president as any other Nigerian citizen. That part is clear. But for many people, the argument does not end with the constitution. That's where emotion and history enters. The argument for restriction. Now let's present one side of the debate as fairly as possible. Both sides, I mean. This side says Nigeria must protect its territorial unity above everything else, and they point to history. The Biafran War between 1967 and 1970 remains one of the deepest wounds in Nigerian history. A brutal civil war, massive suffering, millions displaced, lives lost. And for many Nigerians, that memory never completely disappeared. They point to today. They mention IPOB, separatist agitation, violent clashes, attack on security institutions, sit-at-home orders, call for Biafra independence. And they ask, can a country comfortably hand the office of commander-in-chief to someone from a region where separatist agitation remains active. Their concern is not always about individual hatred. Often it is about trust, perception, national security. Would every part of Nigeria trust such a president during a national crisis? Would the military obey without suspicion? Would political opponents weaponize ethnicity and accuse that would political opponents weaponize ethnicity and accuse that president of divided loyalty? That's why some call for constitutional amendment. Similar provision exists elsewhere. For example, the United States Constitution 14th Amendment disqualifies anyone who engage in insurrection after swearing an oath to the Constitution. The argument is if an ethnic group organized armed wing continue to wage insurrection, then until that group renounce violence and accept Nigeria's unity unconditionally, their members should not lead the state not as punishment but as national not as a punishment, as a national security precaution. The counter is that ethnic identity in Nigeria is powerful. IPOB claimed to speak for the Igbos nation, and during the Civil War, the Biafra regime claimed the same mandate until the wider Igbo community systematically repudiate both the historic secession and modern IPOB's method. Critics says the suspicion remains. They point to the 2023 election where an Igbo candidate was attacked online as a secret Biafra agent. Let me give you the specific details so we are clear on the facts, not rumor. During the 2023 presidential campaign, Labour Party candidate Peter Obi, an Igbo Nigerian, was targeted by defamation campaign. A digitally altered photograph circulated widely online. The original photo showed Obi accepting a book from an author on a flight. The fake version replaced the book cover with one reading, quote, I am your king, and placed the face of controversial separatist figure Simeon Ekpa on it. Ekpa is a Finland-based self-proclaimed Biafra agent who has been accused of ordering violent sit-at-home action in Southeast. Fact-checking organizations including African Check and PESA Check confirmed the image was manipulated. Peter Obi's campaign formally denied ever meeting Ekpa, calling the image photoshopped and a desperate attempt to damage his reputation. The Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, the Artist Igbo cultural organization, went further. They publicly claimed Ekpa was working as a paid agent for a rival presidential candidate to suppress voter turnout in Southeast, a region where Obi had strong support. Whether that specific claim is true or not, the incident shows something undeniable. An Igbo candidate was labeled a secret Biafra agent using fake evidence, and that label was used to argue he could not be trusted with the presidency. This side argues that leadership at the highest level requires total national confidence, and they fear that that history may make that difficult. Now, the argument against restriction. Now, let's hear the other side. This side says no Nigerian citizen should lose political rights because of tribe. The argument begins with one simple principle. Citizenship must be individual, not inherited guilt, not ethnic guilt, not punishment by ancestry. They ask, should millions of Igbo Nigerians today be judged forever by a war that ended more than 50 years ago? Should children and grandchildren carry political consequences for events they did not personally take part in? And they make another distinction. IPOB is not the Igbo people. Not every Igbo person supports IPOB. Not every Igbo person supports secession. Many openly believe in one Nigeria. Many have publicly rejected violence. Many serve Nigeria daily in government, business, military, education, and public life. So they ask, can an entire ethnic group be politically judged by the action of some individuals or organizations? This side says, if Nigeria excludes one ethnic group from leadership, then democracy becomes conditional. And if democracy becomes conditional, then equality before the law becomes weaker for everyone. So now, the biggest question is of trust of democracy. And this is where the conversation becomes difficult because this debate may not actually be about law alone or even history alone. It may be about trust. Can Nigeria trust itself beyond ethnicity? Can leadership ever be judged by competence before trial? Can historical wounds be remembered without becoming permanent barriers? Can democracy survive if one group feels permanently excluded? Or can national unity survive if fear and suspicion remain unresolved? Some say inclusion strengthens unity. Others say inclusion without trust creates instability. Some say exclusion protects the nation. Others say exclusion damages the nation even more. And both sides believe they are defending Nigeria. That's what makes this conversation complicated. So, where does Nigeria go from here? Maybe the real question is bigger than should an Igbo person become president? Maybe the deeper question is what kind of Nigeria are we trying to build? A Nigeria where tribe determines political possibility, or a Nigeria where every citizen can rise to the highest office if the people vote for them? Can history guide national decision without imprisoning further future generations? Without imprisoning future generations? Can unity exist without fairness? Can fairness exist without trust? Can trust be rebuilt without inclusion? These are not easy questions, and maybe that is exactly why they matter. So today, I leave the microphone to you. I am not here to tell you what to think. I am not here to choose sides for you. I am here to open the conversation respectfully and ask, should any Nigerian citizen from any ethnic group, including Igbo, have the full right to contest for president without controversy? Or do history and present political reality make this question more complicated than constitution alone can answer? Where should Nigeria draw the line, if at all? Drop your thoughts in the comments respectfully, thoughtfully. Let's disagree without hatred. Let's speak without insults. And let's listen to each other. My name is Victor Okoruwa. This is the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast.
Thank you for joining the Victor Okoruwa Human Experience Podcast. I hope today's story touched your heart, challenged your perspective, or reminded you of the power of our shared human journey. If this episode spoke to you, please subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and join in again next time as we explore more stories that shape the way we see the world. Your host, Victor Okoruwa, and until we meet again, keep living, keep learning, and keep embracing the human experience.